welcome to Discovering DataFlex. This week we're going to continue with our file upload and download functionality on the Argus system. Last week we enabled you to upload a file to the application, and in this episode we're going to make sure that you can click the text and get the file downloaded so you can view it or send it in an email or something. So let's dive in. Now the next step is that we would like to click on this one to be able to download it or open it somehow. And for that to work, we need to go back to our resource. And in here we have PB server on row click, but we don't really want to use any row click. We want to update this attribute value instead, so that it has a data server on element click attribute value, where we have a type attribute type and the attribute value as before. So we added this piece to the table TD element here. That means that we can now access this and say on server element click. So we have on element click. We want to do something similar like this, but instead of showing the edit button, which is this, we want to say if we click attribute value and just as we do in here, you want to get the type and the type ID, and then serialize this. So let's go in here, zoom attributed, there we are. So find by row ID, this is the S row ID that we're looking at. We don't really care about the value or label, but we would like the S type here, which means that we probably want an integer type ID and a string S type that we can use. And then we want to check this if S type is file. So now we would like to open something called save as dialog. Let's see if we have any documentations on that. But this one expects us to create an object that we can put some things into. But I don't really want to use it that way. Get create of resource zoom self let's call it ref class, save as dialog to save file, and the save file we want a handle save file. How do we want to use this? Something like this, perhaps. To see, and we want to do that of the O save, and again, dialog caption, save as, or save file. Don't really need that. So now we want to get our file path again. Where did we set that? This is the full path. This time we do not need to check if it exists. Just get the path, get the ID of the attribute, get the folder, and we don't need to create a folder. We just want to move this one, and then we might want to check if this one exists. File exists, is full path. What? Yeah. Probably need to add this one here. We want an IID. We want the S path and the S folder. S full path. Yeah, what did we do? S full path exists. So we have a Boolean B exists. Now we also want the S file name. For the real file, which uses the same type of code like that. S file name. That's the attribute value. And now we want to set file title of O save file to S file name. And with that done, we can call this on show dialog. O save file to be saved. Probably want that one as well in here. And then if the save, because in Windows this is a halting function, so it will not return until we have actually select the file name. So when we select the place to save it, we want to get the file title or save file to S file title. And the get file name of O save file to S file name. We actually don't need a self here. And then we want to copy file from our S full path to our is file name. So let's see how that goes. And now if I click here, we get the save dialog, so I can save this as version 2. And let's go into the code and just set a breakpoint, because now we're in this show dialog. So when we click OK, save here, we go out here, B save is true. So we get the title of the file, which is test upload 2. And we get the full path to where we want to save it. So we don't really use this one, we just need the file name. And then we copy the full path of the file, which is upload 065, which is interesting, since I thought it had the name 049. So we need to figure out, before we copy this, why we didn't get the right ID here. Has or is template. So now we're actually going to check if it is template, then we're going to clear it. So let's see what's happening here. When we click OK, we go down here, and now we have the resource, which is correct, and we have created the attribute, which is also correct, and we check if it is a template, and it says that it is a template. No, B is template true. Why does it say no? This one is going too high up. We actually just want to get the resource dd and resource dot is template to B is template. And that's actually also what we want to use down here, I suspect, because this one looks, regardless if you're actually on a resource template or if you're on a regular resource attribute that is connected to a template. So this is the way to go. Resource edit, pick the file, come down here. This one is true, so we are on a template. And now we have the full path 77, fine. Now we click OK. So we go down here, and we actually have saved. So this one should be false. And it is false. So we don't clear the attribute, we keep the attribute. And then we update. So now if we continue, we can see that the test upload file has been saved to our doc. But now we have the file and we have it saved in the database, and we can see it here. And now we would like to click on it and find it. And if it's file, yeah, we want to run this code here and actually open a dialog where we can save the file. So we create the folder, and now it comes up with this one. Now I want to save it as 2. And now it has been saved. And it says true, that worked. So we get the new name. And we get the file name. So it's actually this one we're using. So we have the full path, where the file is, and where we want to copy it to. And we copy the file, and then we're done with that. So now we should be able to go back into the Argus file, and here we have it saved as 2, and it has the right content in it. All right. So now we can click the link and just get the file that we want to read or look at. Next week, we're going to make sure that that link looks like a link that you can click on. So we're going to do a little bit of styling, and then we're just going to test everything and verify that it is working and that we don't miss anything. So I'll see you then. Bye for now.